What's happening, everyone? Welcome to Built in Public, another episode with me, Hayden. So, yeah, there's a few things that have happened right now, and I want to talk about that. So, I've had a few sort of realizations recently, you know, as I'm in this stage right now, which anyone that wants to build a serious private label brand is going to be in, which is the waiting game, the time when you have to wait for the products to be manufactured. And not only are we waiting for our products to be manufactured, but we've actually gone ahead and spent thousands more making sure that the formulations in that are unique to ourselves, and we've added different types of variations to the products, different flavors, as I spoke about in the last episode. So there's actually a prolonged waiting time for us on top of normal sort of private label. We're not just waiting for, you know, some crappy private label socks to import from China. We're actually formulating our own stuff, chemists and stuff. So whilst in that waiting stage, I've been thinking to myself, surely there's something else I should be doing. I just don't feel productive. I don't feel like I'm doing much right now in terms of, you know, my new brand. And I've realized that maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. Instead of, but there's a risk here, right? So I'm thinking, instead of just focusing on one brand, which I'm doing, which is our medical skincare brand, and I want to give that the all. I'm like, am I doing this wrong? Or should I be doing it similar to what Hormozy does with his acquisition.com company, which is what he takes 25 companies, puts them through his growth machine, if you like, and then grows all of them. So it's still one company, it's still one main focus, but he can filter it through his machine. So he focuses on building the machine rather than building one company, for example. And I thought to myself, is that what I should be doing? You know, to make the most of things like TikTok Shop, to make the most of things like, obviously, all the experience that I've got on Amazon and stuff like that. I'm like, maybe right now I should carry on launching the brand that I'm doing, you know, which is, you know, we really believe in it and, you know, all that sort of stuff deeply. But in the meantime, maybe I should be launching a couple more products that could potentially be good brands in the future, that have more potential for virality on places like TikTok Shop and Amazon, so that all we need is one bite. That's what I'm saying. All we need is one bite. And if we spend a lot of time testing and making sure that we're almost increasing the odds of success by cherry picking particular products and brands that have the virality for TikTok Shop and Amazon, then I'm thinking, and this is something that I haven't finalized yet in my brain, but maybe that means that we can move a lot faster, because obviously the faster you can fail, the faster you can succeed. Now, the only caveat to that I'm unsure about right now is obviously the one thing focus distraction thing, which obviously Hormozy also goes on about. Does that mean that I'm getting distracted from doing one thing, or should we just do the one brand? But the new brand's only going to have one product to start with anyway. Is launching three or four different products to start with anyway under different brands, is that a massive distraction? Or is that just, or can we just treat that like going through the machine, like as their own separate products that can be part of our company? And then, as I say, whichever one really takes off, then we focus all our efforts on that and then sort of ditch the rest. I'm just trying to think bigger now. I'm trying to think in terms of like, how can we get to success as quickly as possible by testing all other ideas, because there's nothing worse than spending months and months of your life and time on an idea, especially in such an amazing time with the TikTok Shop, how it's blowing up, and that can help you on Amazon and all other platforms as well build a truly valuable brand. I don't want to waste too much time on a brand that potentially may not work. I mean, I deeply believe it will work, but if it doesn't, I've wasted months of time. Whereas in the meantime, whilst we're waiting for that, we could launch 2 or 3 more products and test them, obviously doing the deep research on them and try and find ones that pop off, and then also have that longevity to become a brand later on. So just a few thoughts I'm thinking at the moment. As I say, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do yet, but that's kind of how I'm trying to think bigger. Speed. I've really noticed that you just need that speed. There's no need for perfection, we just need that speed. But as I say, I'm also worried about getting distracted by doing more things than one. But then again, building the machine rather than focusing just on one brand, and as long as you can have that system and filter all of your brands and products through one machine, maybe that makes a lot more sense than doing one brand and putting all your hopes into that and all your time into that. And it is still a one focus in terms of it's one company, it's one machine, it's one system, it's one blueprint that we can follow. So yeah, that's my current thoughts right now on Built in Public episode. Oh, it's episode 6 or 7, I'm not sure. I'm still here in Greece at the moment. Just about to go to Fassos, which is that island there. We're going to go over there right now. Go get the ferry over there. I'm on a week off at the moment as my family are here. And next week we're sort of back to it, really going to execute on this idea, whether it's, yeah, still, as I say, for the original brand idea, we're still working on all the formulations and everything like that. But yeah, I'm just thinking maybe I should go after a couple other products right now, I'm not sure. Anyway, make sure you follow for more the journey. In the next few episodes I'll be talking about how I had this idea and whether we did it or not. See you soon.